A legend.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
Good.
Is it late in Brazil?
What?
Is it late, like evening in Brazil?
I don't know. I'm not from there.
Oh, I thought you were.
I'm from Portugal.
Oh, well, and your time is not that much different from mine.
Uh, I think 1 hour, maybe 2, 3. I don't know.
Okay. It's I have to reorder my mind. Legend is from Portugal. We have somebody in the audience. Hey, Kirk. Mr. Kirk is joining us. Oh, Discord got an update, Legend. I just pasted in this message with an add bounty fund owner, and it worked.
What?
I didn't have to reform it.
I didn't understand. You just copied and pasted and it worked?
Yeah,
Ah.
I mean it's blue, so I think it worked.
Always worked for me, though.
We had a conversation once about these pasted ads and that you were doing them manually. And I was like, is this true? And you were like, yeah, sadly it is.
Ah, okay.
I see
Yeah.
Mr. Pause here too. How many good people? Well, let's give it a few minutes for our people to join us. Oh, the goat. The goat's here too. Yeah, I pasted my agenda. What I think we should be doing. Oh, Pause is coughing. Get well soon, Pause. Do I have a nurse emoji? No, not a good nurse emoji. Yeah, from my side, we should talk about, well, of course, we should check transactions first, and then we need to look at new submissions. And on that part, we have to check in if anybody else wants to submit feedback for the GAN video. Otherwise, I will go through what is there on the channel and compile a final like video requirement for Panda Gray so he can finish it up. And personally, I think we should have made two versions, one with his text-to-speech over it and one with only the video, so we can add in our own voiceover. But now that I'm thinking about it, we can just mute the audio or just completely remove it. So that's not necessary. Okay, what am I seeing here? In the squads transactions. I see transactions for Mr. Kirk, which have not been executed yet. There are votes missing.
I guess we need to ping again. Bounty fund owner.
Okay, pinged again in the thread for the specific bounty. So people can also see which bounty this is about. And it should be up to date on debug, but I will check it nonetheless. Legend, you have changed the task to done, but it is not done yet. Kirk hasn't received payment yet.
But the task is done.
Yeah, the task is done, but the process is not finished. The process is only finished
If you
once.
go to the Dwork tab on done, what does it say below?
Ah, you are using this payment. Is this new or is this?
I think it's not new, but it's new when you attribute a payment to the task bounty.
How do we change this to paid?
Huh?
How do we? We have not integrated the Dwork payment service. So how do we pay?
We
Or how do
don't.
we make Dwork think we paid? I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
You probably remove the rewards, move down, then add the rewards again.
This
The solution.
like sounds a little bit like you're running an extra round. Mm. You can do it if you want to, but
I will do it.
remind me to include very many not so useful features in a product I will make once upon a time, and then I will send it to you, and you will use all the features, and we'll be happy. I'm reasonably sure that you will click every button. Hey Favor, how you doing?
Hi, Ryder. Doing good. How are you guys?
Hey Tajan.
Yeah. So, can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Yeah. So, one last thing that is left in the handbook is I think Legend gave me the feedback and I messaged him. He has suggested a couple of changes, which I could not do. So, I'll be probably completing it by tonight or tomorrow and sharing it with you, like updating on the debug. Is that fine?
Yeah, sure. Just ping me or make a comment on Dwork when you're done on your side, and we'll check in again.
Yes. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Are you fine with feedback, or do you need anything from our side?
No, no, fine, fine. I had a couple of doubts with the whole grape access thing, but I think Legend has clarified everything.
Okay, perfect. So pause is executed the transactions, Mr. Kirk. Can be happy now.
Yes, congratulations. I had one question, Ryder. Last time when I saw Rework, somebody had written that, the should be increased.
Could
Is
you
that
speak
the
up a
case?
little?
Yeah. So last time when I checked the compensation, I think you
Yeah.
mentioned that will be increased. So is it done? Like, what are we thinking about it?
No, it's not done. We will discuss it when you are done, and when we will discuss payment. And Legend said he proposed that we will increase it, and I tend to agree that we should increase it. But we have not yet decided on any number or something like that. So we will talk about that when you are done and we see the final work.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Let me share it ASAP and ping you.
Yeah. Okay, I have to check that we are up to process with the transaction. I think we should be. Okay, we can proceed. Let's check the stuff. Does anybody want to speak on the video bounty, on the Gen video bounty? Negative. Is this a double meaning, Mr. Goat? Yes. Well, a meaning that you don't want to speak, but that you also think the video is not good. So you're saying negative, but you mean two things. Okay, great. Just about speaking. Well then, I will go through all the feedback that's been given in the channel today, and I will shrink it down into one instruction that Mr. Pandagrey can work with. And then we will be finally done with that hopefully soon. Legend, how's it going with the newsletter?
I didn't finish yet. It's gonna be out today for submission.
I think the last week's submission was recorded on Discord, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just pull up a thread to confirm. On Discord, I only see the submission from 14 days ago.
Where?
On Discord.
Discourse?
Yes.
I never posted anything on Discourse.
Yeah, I did for you.
Ah, okay. If you check the work, Grape Bounties, weekly newsletter submission, you can see two Twitter links, one from 14 days ago and one from 1 week ago.
My brain is bugged today. I haven't finished my coffee yet. Okay, perfect. I will just link the D-Work card to our Discourse and we're fine. Okay, besides that, I'm not aware of any new submissions. And thank you for ping. That's that. So we could continue with new bounties. If any of you is aware of anything, any other new submission, then speak up now or remain silent. Okay. I see we only have one person missing from the bounty team. No bounty funds owners. Which is very good. I'm happy about that. Just a bit cranky today if I don't sound happy. I'm still. Okay. What else do we have going on for new bounties? Mr. Kirk, are you available to speak today? In the backlog, we have mostly development bounties, and some of them I don't know if they are relevant anymore, and others I don't know if they are like feasible or a good idea in general. Okay, I will speak and you will write. Okay, let's do it this way. I see here add a function to unlink wallet in the settings section in the dashboard which is originally from Discourse. Give you the Discourse link directly. Not implemented. Is this still relevant? That's the main question. Okay. Well, then we could go two ways. Our first way is you say what you think this is worth. We give it directly to you and the development sub-DAO. Yeah, that's what I expected. So if you think this should be worked on like in the near future, then you should tell us what you think it's worth, and we get this out. It's not live currently. I can set it live. It's currently only proposed. But to be honest, I don't think we will have luck with finding developers because we have the alpha bot bounty open here in dwork, which is 50k Grape, and this is about a Discord bot. So, and there was one person who was interested, but who didn't manage to reach the Grape Discord server. So there are not many like skilled people around on dwork, from what I gather. Maybe, but he never answered me. He applied on he applied on dwork, and I said, hey, please join our Discord, and that's the last I heard of him.
Honestly, I don't think AlphaBot is relevant anymore.
Well, maybe not in the sense that we need to develop our own AlphaBot, but we need a flexible solution like AlphaBot. So because all the
No, I'm meaning
ideas.
like we don't need it anymore.
But all the ideas we have along the lines of we breaking complicated tasks down into different parts. That's like we have a small group which does high quality work, and those we can reward on effectiveness. So if they reach the goal, then they get rewarded, and we trust that the group itself, because it's small, will prevent free riders from happening. But on the other hand, we have not high quality tasks, but high quantity tasks. We want to spread out among many people. And now we have a big group and we can't trust that the group will self-police. So we have to somehow prevent spam from happening. And the idea with the AlphaBot was that the people who we trust in the small group, that they can give a special Discord emoji to certain posts, like a normal Discord emoji.
Wait. I'm lost. What are you talking about?
Weren't you around when I had my my monologue about
No, you're saying the AlphaBot
restructuring
is
of
needed to find people? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that the ideas that we had or that I brought forward to the DAO and that weren't challenged in any meaningful way include the or need. There must be a way to measure which emoji was given to somebody, to reward based on that.
I said this last week, but there is already a way, like to give an emoji, like and emit the X emojis under a post, and it goes to a channel to highlight that message. Dino offers this. That's why I'm saying the AlphaBot is not needed anymore.
Okay, we could go into details for Dino now, or we go through new bounties. Either way is useful for our DAO, I think.
The AlphaBot bounty?
No. We could go into detail how we use Dino for future bounties, or we could talk about other new bounties. Let's that we get anything. So we get something done on the bounty front. Let's talk about this unlink wallet functionality really quick and have a vote, so we can at least make it public and maybe somebody will come in and say he wants to work on it. So this is the debug task we're talking about. Mr. Kirk, what would be your what would be your evaluation for how much this task should be worth? Okay. Yeah. I mean, we'll probably have to discuss that for certain, but I mean, Pontus is not in the DAO anymore, and we so he is not available to provide us an address for his payment. So that's another point. Then I'm proposing we open up this bounty for anybody for 50k Grape and see if anybody's interested. Otherwise, we can always say, okay, we will give it to the devs and development sub-DAO for 100k Grape or for whatever value Mr. Crook thinks is a good match after he has looked at it in detail. Okay, I pinged the owner, the bounty fund owners, and the vote is open. We should move forward the way I laid out. Yeah, and I want to be perfectly clear about this, Kirk. As soon as you think this is something you want to work on or that needs to be worked on, come forward, and when we can change it up and make it dev sub DAO only.
I see you refuse to use the poll.
Oh yeah, I have to use the Paul. But which one again? Not the one with a picture, but the one without the picture, right? I have to use the.
It's the first one.
Is it the one with a blue picture?
Also, do you plan to do the vote in the live chat or
Yeah.
would you like to have a vote in the bounty owners specific channel, let's say?
We don't
Which,
have a
yeah, which
bounty
doesn't
owner
exist, but
specific.
could be an option if the bounty master wants it. No,
uh,
it's an option.
that's an interesting question. If we do it in the DAO chat, then everybody in the DAO can vote, or why would you want a bounty master specific, bounty fund owner specific channel?
I mean, who votes on the reward modification? Is it the bounty
Come
fund
again?
owners or the DAO?
Bounty fund owner plus bounty master votes on bounties. We could make a vote in the DAO channel if there should be like a specific channel for things like bounty fund owner and agility fund owner. Right. Because I think it's a bigger question than just if I wanted to happen, because it will. Yeah, if the bounty fund owners get a channel, then the agility fund owners should also get a channel, and then I mean, I understand and I like the structure, but it would change things up a little bit. So I don't think we should go forward brazenly. Okay. I see no votes, and I see 4 yes votes. Oh, Mr. Archimedes is here. I can mark you down as late, but still present. Okay, the bounty is live now. So we can talk about Dino.
You can start, of course.
Well, maybe it's the easiest is that I describe to you what I want to do. So the newsletter, this is a thing we could use for more, but the first use case is the newsletter bounty.
Mm-hmm.
And because the core of the newsletter bounty is dividable into two things. One thing is the writing and the layout of a newsletter, and the other thing is gathering the information. So the idea is to divide also the work in two groups, which are focused on one task of these each. And the writers of the newsletter, we would like to have a small group, which is where we trust the people to self-police and we reward them on effectiveness. So if a newsletter gets out, everybody gets rewarded the same amount. Then this way we have kind of like a peer pressure that everybody should do work because everybody gets paid the same way. And
Yeah, but it's very hard to give the same. I mean, hard to how do you say it? To quantify the work someone did it based on text.
yes, that's why we are not quantifying anything in this small group. We just we set out a task we want them to achieve, which is sending out a newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
And if they achieve it, then they get rewarded. And everybody gets rewarded the same. So this small group in itself has a strong peer pressure that everybody does something. Otherwise they, face the wrath of their peers.
Yeah, the
That's
thing
so
is very
for
hard
sure.
to do something. Like imagine like something needs more time to do, while another something requires less time. And if the work is paid equally, it's not fair. Which in most cases the task is done alone, or the task is split in sections for the work to be done.
Yes, but we don't. Well,
It's like saying, okay, your section is Sunday. You write everything about Sunday you find, and another guy's section is Tuesday. That will be more kinda fair.
yeah, that's what I would expect to happen inside the group, but it's not something that we are going to impose from outside. The most important part from my side is setting up this processes that we get the newsletter, we get whatever we want to achieve. It is effective. That's the most important about me. To me.
Yeah, to be effective, you need to be very specific on that task, and if not specific, like the amount of work you need to do, then you can't really pay equally if you want. If in case
I
there
like
are
that
more
approach. I like
participants.
that approach very much. We should be specific about what we want, yes. And so, for example, regarding the newsletter, we would say we want a tweet storm that we wanted to change it to monthly. We want a monthly tweet storm which should detail what went on. Yeah, but we should be specific.
Fine, you want monthly, but more specific. What do you want the person to do in case it's only one, or what do you want the people to do in case there's like more? So how do
Yeah,
you
it's
specify
something
it?
we have to do, but it's not relevant to Dino. And we were just we started this conversation as some kind of context to why we should figure out Dino now.
Okay, I can tell you the feature of what the dyno of offers what you want to do at least. I
Yeah, the
showed it
context
before.
to the context is I want to have like a new Discord role, which would be like newsletter core or something like that.
Okay.
And then a few people with this role get access to a special emoji. And there then
Wait, that's not even possible in Discord.
okay, then
Like,
we have to but
special
can
people
we
get a new this emoji and
but can
stuff.
we filter emoji given by people with this role or by special persons? Can we filter this way?
Hmm. What you're saying it's different. Let's say. Let me see.
Yeah, because we have to somehow make sure that only the newsletter core people.
Yes, you can filter the people. So there's a feature on this let's say module which say ignored roles. You can set all the ignored roles, and it only follows the reaction by this role. As you said, newsletter core. So yeah, it it works. It kinda yeah, it works.
Okay, that's great.
Okay, go on.
Yeah, and then we would engineer a formula.
Damn.
Yeah, which would give, for example, like a percentage base boost. I laid this out in our Discord discussion thingy here.
Engineer a formula. And who's gonna do that?
Yeah, you
Is
either
that another
Archimedes or
bounty?
me. Either Archimedes or me.
So a formula for to quantify or qualify the
Yes.
the work you do based on text. I assume a number of texts,
Yeah. So
but
the
not the
way this
quality.
yeah
Okay.
the way we have two groups. The small group is only measured on effectiveness. So if the newsletter gets out, they get paid. That's it. And the second group, we they do not they contribute information So the idea is the second group, they are people active in the DAO who want to contribute, but they don't have so much time or they just don't feel like writing the newsletter. But what they can do is make it easier for the people doing the newsletter by providing the information that is needed. And they can react with an emoji somewhere and get a role like newsletter informant or newsletter info provider, whatever. And then they get access to a channel where they can post information. And we want to count their posts in a specific period, say a month, an epoch. And now we have some kind of metric for who provided how much information. We will obviously have to do a little bit of testing in the channel, and if we find somebody who is like spamming there with one sentence or two sentence posts, then we will have to exclude them from the monthly rewards or something like that. That it's so that spamming is disincentivized. There's a word for it, but I don't know the translation right now.
Spamming in one way. In what way?
Come again.
You said spamming if the user is spamming, but spamming what?
Yes, spamming in the sense that they post only like low effort messages, or that they break down a piece of information that could be in one post into 5.
Yeah, but what if the person doesn't know how to how to specify in one word maybe, or like one sentence? That's
There's
his
the
way
edit
to do
button.
it.
There's the edit button in Discord.
Huh?
You could edit your post and add whatever you think is now also relevant to this information.
Yeah, but I'm saying in a way if the person writing that sentence is not an English native speaker, so he doesn't know how to write a better sentence.
Yeah, okay. I think there's a little misunderstanding here. It's not about like how long the text is, but the number of Discord messages.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So like
So
he will write the same topic like but twice. So it will count as okay.
Yeah, that would be a good example.
So would you consider spam topics that are not relevant to the newsletter, or at least Grape? I don't know.
No, because the way I would like to set up a formula is that we set a cap per user that is relatively low, so that you can't get rich doing this, no matter how many posts you post. And then the only way you get more is if you get the emoji by somebody from Newsletter Core, which will give you a percentage-based boost because you have been marked as valuable.
Wait, so you want to set a cap on the amount of people who give information or write information?
No, I want to set a cap on the amount of grape one person can receive only through quantity in providing the information.
Is the grape rewarded from the bounty itself or from an outside source for this information?
That's not decided yet. But I would like to reward the people providing information in some way.
I know it is an idea, but I know from Dean's list realms you can lock your Dean tokens for more voting power. If the same could be done in Grape, like if you receive locked Grape, which I don't think it's possible, but you receive locked Grape, which gives more voting power. That will be an option as well.
I don't know anything about locked grape.
Yeah, that's why it's an idea.
Just
I think
to
that's a little bit beyond the scope right now.
yeah.
Schmidt.
Hey, you guys are talking about rewarding people for doing a task, right? This is work related.
Yeah.
As far as like newsletter receipt and
Weekly
saying that.
bounty call.
Yeah, no, right. Thanks.
I'm
You're
joking, I'm
talking about
joking.
receiving additional voting weight. So I'm just making sure. Like I heard what you were saying, which I think is cool, right? But I'm just trying to understand how that fits into rewarding somebody for doing work. Like
Uh,
locking the grape would get you additional to what writer in red. What I'm hearing writer in red say is that the task that happens needs to have a maximum amount of grape that can be received, and based on the work, that a percentage of that grape could be received if they achieve all the check boxes, right? Quality, the work, the input is the right amount of input, the output
Yeah.
ends up being yielded into the newsletter, and all of that over time, right? The fact that it took you 30 days to put together this newsletter and this is the quality that comes out of it, you deserve the full amount of grape that's set for this role, for this this
Well,
particular task, right?
it's a little different. The idea is to break down tasks into basically more like quality and skilled work and more quantity and not so much the less skilled work, let's call it this way. And
Yeah.
on the quality side, I envision a small group of people who are paid or rewarded on effectiveness. So in this case, if the newsletter gets out, they get rewarded. And we trust that because they are a small group and everybody is paid equally, trust on the peer pressure of this small group that there are no free riders in the group. On the other hand, the more quantity oriented, less skilled work oriented group, we want more people to do this work because it is high quantity. This way we can't trust on peer pressure. We also want to be that it is very open because we want many people in it. And here I envision a reward per task completed. In this case, a task would be one message in a channel for information for the newsletter. And there should be a cap on what you can achieve solely with quantity. Like, let's say, after 20 posts in this channel, it stops counting. You are stuck at 20. And now the guys from the quality group, or they will look at this channel when they make the newsletter, because that is the reason why this channel is there, that these people don't have to look through all of Grape and the subservers and so on to gather information, but that they can go through this channel. And the other group, the quantity group, already did the work of gathering the information. And now the quality group goes through this channel, and if they find a post that they think is useful, that they would like to include in the newsletter, they can give an emoji. And the person who made that post then will get a percentage-based boost on their rewards, because they not only provided quality, but also quantity. And as it is a percentage-based boost, it also aligns with how much quantity they provided.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's over complicating a bounty. It's too small to be a process itself. It's a project. What you're saying.
Yeah, it's a start in the direction of what else can we do with recurring tasks, and how do we achieve recurring and also like complicated tasks in a
Well, it sounds good in the
decentralized way.
paper, but you can't forget the variables like people and if the during that week there is no content to spill out, so what people write about, you can't really make made up stuff on the spot. I don't know. In my opinion, I don't like it. I mean, I like it, but it's not like to be on this. Might be better on something else, but on newsletter, it gotta be simple for to go on.
The newsletter is the first test case to see if this works and what can be improved. Because I'm sure many things can be improved.
Surely.
I see Pause is typing and Archimedes seems to be thinking.
Is it
Yeah,
time for
not
the DAO call?
We
definitely.
could
Okay.
go ahead,
Sorry,
Archimedes, please.
just to answer your point, definitely thinking about it. I think putting it in writing and us potentially, getting to whatever the optimal outcome of what you think is an ideal scenario here is not a bad idea. Even as a proof of concept for us to move forward with.
Yes, I will get it into writing, and the most how to put it. A very valuable step that was taken today is that with Legend together we could confirm that this is possible. The way I imagined it, that we can filter the information we get through Dinobot, which emojis were given and such by roles. So we actually don't need the alpha bot for this. We can do it with Dinobot. So we could directly move forward as soon as we got the writing down and discussed it with the DAO. There is no technical limitation.
Sounds good. Dankeschön.
Bitteschön. Mr. Pause has spoken. We should test it to know whether it works or not. Getting content for the newsletter is a good thing, and after 2 to 3 rounds, we'll see whether the distribution is fair. Sounds reasonable.
Phases are good. I agree with the pause.
Phases are good. Why do I have to think of like a punker face with you with a big spiky hair now? Okay. I still haven't found the button to rename the ongoing stage, so if somebody could do that.
So is the Bounty call finished, as I say?
Yes, unless anybody from the Bounty Fund's owners wants to talk about anything pressing right now, I think it is finished. Maybe just give them 2 minutes to make up
Thank
their
you.
minds.